Welcome back to the lab, guys. I know it's kind of far into 2020 and it's just our first video. That's because there's been a lot of things going on between what's been going on in the lab, home life, career, just everything else between all of us. Like I've said multiple times in multiple videos before, we live a very fast-paced life here in IT. As you all know, everybody's trying to learn everything we can. And one of the things that we all do is, the team here is we do have careers, we do have family lives, we do have other things that matter. And yes, while we try to get to the community as much as we can, and we've really been wanting to get to the community more, we really haven't, got to that yet. And so here we are, we're gonna get started now. As you can see, there's a lot of things in front of me. So over these next probably 10, 15 minutes, I really hope to kind of explain what you see in front of me. What are we doing? Why are we here? And what's in store for 2020? So I said at the beginning of this video, it's 2020. Let's dive on in. I've got a bunch of new toys up here that I really want to go over. And there's some actually on screen that you guys can't even, see that, where it's actually being used or what it's doing until you actually watch the video. And, two of those major things right now that you can't see on the screen, actually three of them I'm gonna go over. I do have the box up here for one, but two of them majorly are the lights. As you can see, I look pretty good, right? Well, I like to think I do, and my wife says I do, so we'll go with those two things, all right? But the other thing is the camera. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna be trying doing everything in 4K, 60 FPS, so you know what? We've invested into not only our video, but our lights, and up above, we actually have a new shotgun mic that should hopefully, it's from Audio-Technica. It's an AT875R. I'm reading off the box here, just so you guys know. Didn't know it off the top of my head. But we're hoping that all these different parts here can really bring together, not just the quality, but, well, I should say the quality, but not just all of the content, but just I guess everything together. And that's what we're really trying to do. We had really great content, since 2017, the channel's kind of started out and it's grown into what it is now. And we've really been able to bring together some great ideas. And with that being said, every year I've been trying to kind of step it up, bring more things and trying to do more things. And now this year we've kind of got a bigger team here and it's not just myself. We've got a lot more going on. We've got a lot of different hardware. And with that being said, we're now able to really step up our game and hopefully bring you guys top video quality, but also top quality content in terms of what we're gonna be doing in our lab that, maybe you wanna do it in your lab. Maybe there's a reason you're like, hey, I see what they're doing. Or maybe there's something in your lab that you're doing better than us and maybe we can learn from it. And that's really what this is all about. That's what In the Shadows about. We are a community of IT people here to help one another, learn whatever we may see fit, whatever we're excited about, whatever our passion is, because that's truly what it's about being in IT. We're passionate about it. What brought us into this was computers, technology, all the different things that make it tick. I mean, that's really why we're here, right? I mean, some of us, yeah, sure, we're here for the paycheck, but let's be real. Like, we all had a reason for what brought us into IT. So that's where I kind of want to start with 2020, and I kind of want to go over what some of our passions, what some of this new hardware, what some of this stuff you got here in front of me. As I've stated, I've already got the mic, so I'm going to kind of pull this out. We've got that up above. You guys can hear me. I'm going to set it off to the side here, but these are the main two big things here that I want to talk about today. And yes, there is FreeNAS down here, and it's got some major changes. We'll go over that, and I promise you, there'll actually be a whole nother video over this guy later on, but that's not the point. The point is the overall, the big picture. What are we doing in 2020? What's going on? And that's what I'm here to tell you. So we've got a new 48 port switch, and if you've kind of kept up with the stack in the past, you'll know that we already have a 48 port switch. We actually have a Cisco 2960S, and you may be thinking, well, that's a pretty nice switch. You're not wrong, it's a great switch. We're actually planning on still using it, but the thing is that I was looking at trying to do 10 gig, and we kind of discussed it, and we looked at some different options, and we decided to go with the XG switch here by Unifi. It's got 16 ports on it. 12 of those are SFP plus, capable of 10 gig, another 4 RJ45, capable of 10 gig. And that's where this guy kind of came in. We decided, you know what? It's time for the 48 port switch. If we're gonna go Unifi, we might as well try out these. We've got another XG switch too. We'll actually be running 2 of these for kind of a redundant setup for iSCSI and LAN, so we really can make sure our hosts and our iSCSI targets are really getting that maximum saturation and hopefully getting as fast as transfer as we can get between them. But then we're kind of wanting to test this out. Let's see what this is capable of. Can it actually be our core switch? Is it capable of replacing some of those Cisco units and capable of, doing what it does? And I'm very excited to try that out. I haven't opened any of these yet. I don't really know what's inside of them. It's very exciting that here going forward, we're gonna be setting these up. And you may be thinking, okay, why is this important? That's important because this is what runs all of our data. Everything that's data runs over this, whether it's storage, LAN, we're getting out to the internet, we're watching a movie, any of that. it's probably gonna go over one of these 3 switches, considering that there are 2 XGs. Now, with that being said, as below, we've got FreeNAS down below. And now, if you've watched our previous video, I'll put it up somewhere, I'll put it in the description. You'll know what this, we've got planned for this guy. This guy's got big dreams, big aspirations. We're gonna be actually filling him up with 128 gigs of DDR3 RAM, all right? It's already in there. We've got dual 5670 processors, so that's dual 6-core processors at 3 gigahertz, 3.0 gigahertz, yeah. I believe, if I remember correctly. All right, now if that's not impressive enough, we also have a 118 gig Optane drive in there, all right, for our ZOG or SLOG or ZIL, however you decide to say it. We also have 2 256 gig SSDs that'll be running in a mirror for our L2 ARC. We have 12 in this bay, 2 terabyte drives, but there's an additional 3 JB OD units that aren't actually in show here, guys. Those are those 12 disk arrays. You may see them actually already in use in our stack. We've actually got a 3rd one. So we'll be actually putting a total of 48 drives together in our FreeNAS array, all of those 2 terabyte drives. And you're probably wondering, well, why are you going 2 terabytes? Why aren't you going something bigger? That's the main reason is because that's what we had available. I was able to get those very easily, at hand in bulk prices. So we went with those, something we're very happy with. And then the other thing is that I think a lot of people don't talk about is the actual spindle read time is just because it's a 7200 RPM drive doesn't mean that it's actually gonna read the data any faster, all right? What you have to realize is that as you fit more data onto a platter, just because the drive is reading at 7200 RPMs doesn't mean you're actually gonna read that data the same speed on a 2 terabyte platter. And that's due to the density of the data and how it's stored. Now, one of the reasons, if you've ever kept up with the Nimble storage units and why they're so fast and why they're so capable is because of the amount of actual mechanical drives that they put to their all-flash storage, such as in one of their hybrid arrays. And that's due to, they keep them down to 2 or 4 terabyte mechanical drives because it's much easier to search in a haystack that's not as big or not 4 times as big when you're trying to find a needle. Much easier when you put it in terms like that. So that's kind of why we're trying to go with the 2 terabyte drives. One thing, easy bulk pricing. Another thing is the access, the read and writes, and how that works. And you know what? I could actually be completely wrong on that. That is my understanding with how platter speeds and some of that works and how some of the writing and density works on hard drives. I do plan on doing a video more into that and actually getting in depth. We do have a green screen that isn't behind me right now, but I plan on actually interacting with that more and kind of being like a weatherman and be like, woo! But we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. I'm really, like I said, we've got a lot of new technology we're playing with and getting to learn around and getting kind of a feel for. I mean, for God's sakes, these cameras and systems, I can't tell you, we've probably recorded close to half a dozen to a dozen shows, and then none of them have been aired because we're trying to figure out the best way to actually utilize all these systems. I mean, there's been so much with the camera that we've been figuring out day in and day out. There's so much with the microphone, the lights, and like I said, we haven't even opened these systems yet. For God's sakes, I can't even start on the FreeNAS server. This thing's been a pain for me, trying to get everything working just because there's so many little parts, but that's what it's about. That's what everything's about, right? That's why we constantly learn. We do what we do, is we're constantly trying to feed our passion for knowledge and skills. And I'm very excited to get in here and start messing with some of this stuff. I mean, you see up here, we've got these kilowatts. This is pretty awesome. These systems right here, these kilowatts, sure, they're not the, you're probably looking, okay, it's a cheap piece of plastic. If you know what they are, you're probably excited to see them here. We've actually got 2 of them. I'm just gonna bring this up real quick. But these kilowatts, what they're actually for is they're capable of actually measuring the wattage or voltage or kilowatts or many other, and amperages and other, things for electricity, but it's actually gonna allow us to go ahead and start doing some testing for some systems. And you may be like, well, testing, what does that mean? Well, these switches, for sakes, let's go ahead and plug them in. Let's see what's their power ratings. I would love to be able to let you guys know, hey, here's what it draws on power up. Here's what it draws on idle. Hey, here's a 24-hour, thing you're gonna look at for kilowatts per an hour. And these are some of the things that we wanna bring to you guys. We want to go ahead and start breaking down some of our systems. We've got access to a lot of these older systems that we can go ahead and set up, walk with you guys through, go over, be like, hey, how can we set this up? But at the same time, maybe you're looking for a system that's energy efficient. We want to be able to help with that. Microphone, maybe you're looking for one that's not so loud. Maybe your significant other, your wife, your partner, whatever you want to say, maybe they're like, dude, can't have that in there. Can you please, you got to quiet it, get it out of here. I know I see all the time on home lab sales, people are like, hey, wife, significant other, girlfriend says I got to get it out of the apartment, need it out of here. That's what we plan on doing. That's why we've got the mic. That's why we've got the kilowatts. We kind of want to help you guys to be able to grow your passions just as we're growing ours. So, there's, like I've said multiple times, we've just got a lot of awesome moving parts A lot of great things going on. I know in the coming weeks, we're gonna be ripping the whole entire stack apart. And yes, that does mean for those, I'm just giving you guys an early warning. If you're watching this and you play Skyrim together and you're on any of the In the Shadow servers in a few weeks, things will go down for about a day or two because we will be redoing every in the stack. So this is your warning. If you're playing on the In the Shadow Skyrim together servers, they will be down for a little while, and that's due to maintenance. And as you can see in front of me, if you're watching this, you'll see exactly why. We're trying to bring not only better quality videos and things like that, but we're a part of a lot of gaming communities. We host a lot of servers for people. We host a lot of private things like that. And you know, that's one of the things we're happy to do. We're happy to be a part of that. We're happy to help with that, and we'll continue doing that as part of our duty of the community, because we've been there before. We've been a part of it, and you know, we really enjoy being able to bring that to the community and bring, you know, all these different servers and this togetherness. It's been fantastic. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and ramble on for too much longer. I do wanna say and kind of give a shout out real quick. If you haven't yet, guys, go to our website. Yes, right now it's a work in progress. We've got a lot going on. If you go to the website, you'll see an About Us. It has the whole team on there. Please go ahead, look at everybody on the team. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow them, look them up on LinkedIn, Twitter. Some of them have SoundCloud, some of them have YouTube, some of them have Twitch. Go ahead, follow them, hit them up, see what they're up to. We've all got different lives, lots of stuff going on. I'd love for you to be involved in what we've all got going on, because together we're all, you know, the In the Shadow community. So please go there, check that out. Go ahead and make sure you click the like, subscribe here with our videos right now as we're doing it, because there's plenty more coming. All right, and that's it. That's basically all I want to kind of talk about, guys. Thank you again for all the support, and here we go in 2020 as we kind of go attacking this full-on force. As always, guys, I'll see you in the lab.